Hello, Keystone Algebra students. Today we are going to be looking at graphing inequalities with two variables. So when we graph inequalities with two variables, the first thing that we have to look at is, are we going to use a solid line or a dashed line? And that's going to depend on what type of inequality that we have. So if you remember, there's four inequality signs that we're dealing with. We have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So if we have any of the ones that have or equal to with it, we are going to use a solid line. So we're going to use a solid line for greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. And that's important because when we use a solid line, points on the line are going to be solutions. Conversely, if we have just greater than and less than, we're going to use a dashed line. And points on the line are not solutions. Right? And one of the reasons that we like to graph inequalities is because there's so many possible options. And as we go through and graph inequalities, it's important that we know, are these things going to be solutions or not? So just to recap, if we have the or equal to part, though we are going to use a solid line because those points are solutions. And if we don't have the or equal to part, we're going to use a dashed line because these points are not solutions. All right, so go ahead and move on to the next slide.